wanted to be on FIFA. I was on FIFA, if you guys didn't know.
Oh,
but
Light flex.
we've seen you do your thing on the parade. You got your vintage custom kits, all of that.
I was thinking, don't do too much, and then my boyfriend was like, "Nah, you got to do the most." Do you know who loves their music? Chloe Kelly. Someone on the men's bus requested Dancehall, and me and Chloe Kelly had a time.
Here we go. Oh, I think he might.
I'm getting cramp.
Joining us today is football presenter and mega Arsenal fan, Nakeira Westmaas.
Woo! Yes! And listen, we couldn't get Declan Rice, so we got his body double. It's semi-pro footballer and Love Island star, Harry Cooksley. Woo! We're going to stop with the banter after this question.
Yeah.
All right, so how did the body double stuff come about with Declan Rice? Like,
Well, before Love Island, I used to do bits of like sports modelling. And I saw him on a shoot, so I was doing the Arsenal kit. It was probably 3 or 4 years ago now. So all the close-up shots of like the new kits would be of me, like it'd be my body, but they didn't obviously want my face in it for obvious reasons. And then he would come in and they'd get all the body shots of him. And then I did a few more. They were like, "Oh yeah, you got," because we're the same height and similar build and that. And they were like, "Oh, you kind of got the same look." So I did some Adidas stuff. I wanted the Molle Rice one, but I never got that. Oh. Rice. Yeah, I never got it.
Wait, we've actually done similar. So, I don't know if right, Football Manager, the game, yeah? We all know it.
yep.
Me and Molle are the bodies in the game. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So look,
Women's football, we're the game.
This is us,
yeah,
yeah?
we're the bodies, yeah.
Mate,
I always wanted to do that.
This is giving like Avatar.
Always wanted to do that.
It was a
was sick.
crazy experience. So imagine us, yeah? We're bombing it down to Brighton every week, dressing up like that. And you're doing like, you basically have a checklist and they're like, right, you've got to get 100 passes in with your left foot, 100 passes in with your right foot. We've got
100 headers. I said, can we break that up a bit? I said, because 100 headers is mad.
That's giving brain damage.
And then all the
mad.
research comes out about headers, and I'm thinking,
wait, there's a claim in this, by the way. There's a claim in this. Wait, let's keep that
I
under
thought
wraps.
that. I thought that little claim up.
But yeah, we're like slide tackling each other and everything. It was amazing, to be
wow.
fair. But yeah, it's mad what goes into that stuff, isn't
That
it?
is
It's
crazy.
crazy.
So sick. I've always wanted to do that, like especially with the basketball games, like where they have the people who are like practicing the dribble. I was like, how can I do that? Yeah. I always wanted, as a kid, I wanted to be on FIFA. I was on FIFA, if you guys didn't know.
Oh.
But
Light flex.
I wanted to do this more. I actually wanted to be.
No,
more
wait,
FIFA.
we can hook you up, no?
Yeah, we'll chat to our guys. Don't worry, we'll sort it out.
I'm
Yeah, yeah.
31 now. I don't think they want my bionics anyway. I don't think they want
No,
me
they're
running.
bringing out a Vets game. So we'll get you in on that. Nakeira, we obviously big Spurs fans. We haven't had any Arsenal fans on the sofa since the Champions League final. You all right?
I'm absolutely marvellous.
Yeah,
I'll be honest. I was at the stadium, I watched the game, and when, we didn't win, you would have thought that, like, they put it away. The fans and the supporters, they were going nuts, because at the end of the day, the next day we had a parade. So,
It's fair.
although, yes, it was sad in the moment, genuinely, I didn't have any feeling of genuine sadness. And also, listen, we couldn't do it all. Arteta needs something to go after next season, and you know that man, he don't play, so I think that's going to motivate him.
Harry,
even
you
more.
Arsenal?
Yeah, I am Arsenal, but
Say it with your chest.
No, I'm more Reading. I'm actually a Reading fan.
Okay.
But like, I follow Arsenal. I love watching Arsenal,
Okay, that's
which not everyone says this season. Set piece ball. I do enjoy it. I go to Arsenal games wherever I can.
Okay, love that.
I actually love that answer because we've had a lot of glory hunters since.
Yeah.
Oh, mate,
It's
everyone's an
annoying.
Arsenal fan
I
now.
can't take 'em
My
serious.
mum's an Arsenal fan now. She's never watched telly. God.
Right, Mum definitely watched telly, by the way.
Fucking hell, she
Emmerdale
does.
curried a lot. Anyway,
Yeah.
Harry, let's talk about your football career, right? Because you've gone from Reading Academy at 8, then at QPR you played college soccer in the US, and
Yeah.
now you're at Farnham Town.
Yeah.
What has that experience been like? Obviously, look, we know a lot about the dressing room and the changing rooms, and it's a big part of footy. What's the best dressing room you've been a part of?
The one
in
I'm
your
in at the
career?
moment.
Is it?
Farnham Town, 100%.
Well, is it
Really?
unreal?
What's it like?
The more you go up the leagues, the more sort of political it gets. And like everyone says nowadays that footballers are becoming like robots and they don't have a personality because they don't want to slip up. There's obviously so many more brand deals now for the players, so they want to be straight down the line. You get into semi-pro, we're having pints after a game, and also for me, it's just the nicest feeling. I think it's more now after coming off Love Island, because it's like I'm recognisable here and there, but in the changing room, I'm just one of the boys. I get the same abuse as all the boys. Like it's the same banter. I just feel normal there. I would not change it for the world. And I've been with them all for 3 years now, so it's like they knew me before. They knew me. I haven't changed. So it's just like they treat me like I'm one of the boys. I wouldn't have it any other way.
I feel like the change room, just having banter within your team, I think makes you love the game again. Like you can have times, I think, where you fall out of it. Love it a little bit.
I did, yeah, at 18. I fell out of love with football. But also, I think there's so much value in a good changing room. 100%. I think it gets you 9 points a year. Like if you're all mates, like we don't have little cliques in the change room. Obviously, some people are closer than others, but everyone comes together and like, if you're playing next to your mate, you're going to do everything you can
100%.
for him, as opposed to someone you're like, I don't really like, I'm not going to try and help him out. Do you know what I mean?
Like towards the end of my career, like no banter, I sat on the bench a lot of time, I'll be honest.
Splinters.
But, all right, mate, look, don't even get me started.
Yeah, no, let me not. I did regret saying that.
Do you know what I mean? But what I would say, I was there for morale, mate. I could get that changing room going before the game. Do you know what I mean? I could get the girls like going again at half time and things like that. And you need characters in there though. You really do.
And I was that guy after I came out of Love Island because I didn't have a pre-season, so I wasn't fit. I wasn't going to get straight back in the team. I was on the bench for a month, like, and I never, for Farnham, I'd always started every game. So it was a different like feel for me. But I just love being around it. Like it's a release for me as well. Like I'm so competitive and like very laid back. On a Saturday, you will not recognise me. Like I'm horrible. Yeah, I'm honestly a horrible man on a Saturday at 3 o'clock.
Do you know what? When I stopped playing, I went and played for my local club, Enfield Town. Oh my God, I was getting red cards every week because you start losing your head. And I thought, I need to stop this now because need to try and keep the reputation a bit. But look, speaking about just moments that we love, Nakeira. For you, I know we give you Arsenal banter, but you know what you're doing now, working for Arsenal, UEFA, Premier League, all of the amazing stuff you've done. What's been like the biggest pinch me moment? Because I can imagine being on that bus at the parade must have been unreal.
Were you on the bus?
Yeah, mate.
How mad is that?
Did you not see her? You were at the parade.
I
couldn't
was
get
on the
near
bus.
it.
I was on the women's bus because they won the FIFA Champions Cup.
Of course.
And that was a pinch me moment because it was genuinely, I like, there was talk about 2 million people, 1 million people. And like I go to Carnival every year, like without fail. And for some reason, that just felt insane. Like seeing that many people, kids, like babies being lifted like a trophy. Like it was just euphoric, genuinely. But to answer your question, I think the first real massive pinch me moment was when I went on tour with Arsenal for the pre-season tour in Singapore. That was crazy because I'm a fan. So like you're going to lunch, I'm coming out from lunch and Declan Rice and Bukayo Saka are playing table tennis.
Right, mate, don't rub it in.
Sorry.
They're eating Molle rice.
Was it you?
It might have been me.
No, but like I was like, I have to act like I've been here before because you can't be a fan because you're there to interview these players and ask them about like what they love about the new season's kit and things like that. And genuinely, that was crazy. Like, I'd be texting my boyfriend, like, this is crazy. It's been 7 days. I've not said a word to Bukayo. What am I going to do? If I leave here and I've not spoken to him, I'm going to be so disappointed in myself. Anyway, I did speak to him and we had a lovely, long conversation. And we spoke about so many random things. But yeah, that was like my first pinch me. Like, is this real life?
Is your boyfriend Arsenal?
Of course he is.
I was going to say, was that a bit of a decision maker? Like, say it was Spurs, would you have not
Do you
gone
know
there?
what? Every person that's like either married into my family or is in my family is an Arsenal fan.
Really?
Like, I've never had a situation where it's been a bit...
Well, I'd hate to go around yours, I'm not going to lie.
Although we do have an uncle on his side that is Tottenham.
Come on, uncle.
Uncle Rocky. Shout Uncle Rocky. We love him.
Shout Uncle Rocky.
We love him the same way, but yeah, it does get a bit techie.
It's a strict vetting process in your family, isn't it? It's like the first question on every date.
Genuinely, we've not even had to ask it. It's a good test of character. Do you know what I mean? Game recognised game.
All right, listen, let's...
We weren't making
Yeah. All right, so question then for both of you. If you could interview any footballer in the world and ask them any question, what footballer would you tattoo and what question would you ask?
I'd either be Beckham or Ronaldo for me. Cristiano, they were my heroes. Beckham's the reason I got into football. I think I used to have the Predators fold the tongue over and
You definitely had long sleeves as well.
long sleeves. Yeah, dye my hair blonde. Like, and if he buzzed his hair, I'd buzz my hair. Like, he was the reason I got into football. I was so interested, even at that time, what he was doing away from the pitch. And I've watched his documentary that come out, I think, last. And it was just like how he actually went against the grain and even moving to America. But when he was at United, went against Sir Alex, like with all his off-field stuff. I don't know. I would probably ask him, like, what was his actual vision? Like, was that always his vision? I know he wanted to be a footballer, and then he's achieved it. He's playing week in, week out for United. When did it become more than football to him? That's what I'd like to know. And, like, what was the end goal? Did he always want to own a football club? Because I think going to LA Galaxy, he had the rights to start a club in any town he wanted when he signed that contract, which was years ago. And now, obviously, Inter Miami won the MLS Cup last year. So, yeah, what was the moment when he found, like, the reason for wanting to do more?
No, I love that, because football can just be a bubble, can't it? Like, you can't really see ahead. When you're in the game, you can't really see past it. Do you know what I mean? So it's very visionary.
Yeah.
What about you, Nakeira?
I would probably go with Henry. And I would probably, well, there's a couple of things. I'd love to know a bit more about, like, his Caribbean heritage, because he's from Guadeloupe and Martinique. And I would love to understand a little bit more about, like, how that impacted how he grew up. And because obviously I'm Caribbean as well, and so I'd like to see if there's any, like, synergies or anything that I could relate to on a personal one in that aspect. But I think I would also ask him, this might be shade for you lot, but you have to hold it still. I would also ask him what it was like to win the league at White Hart Lane.
You're out of order.
And also, do you know why?
That's the last question you're getting asked today, by the way.
Do you know why I want to know? I'd want to know because I heard that the police told them, don't celebrate.
Really?
Oh,
Yeah. And they celebrated. So I would love to know, like, what was going on in the dressing room after that? Like, what was the energy like? That's what I'd ask him.
Very, like, insightful answers. I said this to Rosie, like, in the thing. I said, who would you ask? She went,
you know what I said?
She went, I'd ask Ashley Cole. Does he regret letting go of Cheryl?
Hey, everyone's wondering. Come on,
I said,
you dropped the ball there.
You got one opportunity, any footballer, any question, and you ask him about Cheryl. I mean, I'm intrigued.
I'd like to know as well.
Ashley, get in touch, mate. Get in touch. All right, we're going to chat a little bit about fashion now. Nakeira, we're going to start with you. We've got to show the fits, right? So we've seen you do your thing on the parade. You got your vintage, custom kits, all of that. Look at that. Beautiful, beautiful.
Sick.
Talk to us first about these custom kits. Are you designing them? Have you got a designer? Like, how's that happening?
So the first time I got a custom kit was actually this year, and it was at a gala called GUAP Gala. And the theme was everything is a remix. And so I was like, what is, like, the two, like, opposite things in my life? I love a bit of glam, yeah, and I love football. So I was like, how can I, like, mesh the two together? And I basically was umming and ahhing about whether I should get a dress made. I was thinking, don't do too much. And then my boyfriend was like, no, you got to do the most. I was like, thank you.
Love that from him. I love that.
He
That's
was
great
like,
from him.
it's a gala, do the most. So I messaged this designer called Hadia Hussein. Big up Hadia Hussein, each and every time. And her, like, style of design is very, like, layered. So she has, like, a lot of layering, a lot of ruching. And I felt like it would really work with football kits. And so turned out she was an Arsenal fan.
Oh, shock.
And I was
You
like,
attract him.
I do. And she's like born and raised North London as well. So, like, it just was, like, just meant to be. And so I sent her, like, a few, like, bits of inspo from Pinterest, random things that I'd seen. She sent it back to me, like, a drawing. It was honestly amazing.
First time you were like, yeah.
Yeah, and I was like, can you just change this thing? She was like, yeah, absolutely. She made the dress in, like, 24 hours.
Oh, man.
Wild.
Because I was in Prague watching Prague versus Arsenal in the Champions League, and I didn't have any kits at the time. So I was trying to source kits. Thank you to Arsenal and Adidas. They helped me out. I got them couriered to her, and she did her big one.
Wow.
Literally 24 hours.
Well,
Oi.
Big up,
Big
Hadia.
up, big up. Honestly, that's unreal.
Harry, we're not going to lie, we've got a whole section on you
I
that
knew
we're
this
coming
was
back to
coming.
later
I knew
about
this
fashion
was
and that.
coming.
So we're going to come back there in a bit. Yeah. But it's been a while since you left the villa now, okay? A lot of things have changed for you since leaving the villa. But are you actually shocked that you found love in Love Island? Like, was that always the plan, or was it like, look, I'm going to go on, shoot my shot and see what happens?
That was never the plan.
Swear.
So I don't know what it is, but I overanalyze everything and I go into things with, like, I'm a realist basically. So 4% of couples actually make it out of the show and go on to, I don't know, get married and have kids. And I was like, okay, 4%, I've got no chance. Like, I'm not going to be in the 4%. I'm going to go there with no expectation. All I wanted to do was not be voted off first. Because I'd seen some of it from the year before, and there was a guy with a mullet who got sent home on day.
Stats weren't looking
No,
good.
who got sent home on day 2, and I was like, I just don't want to be that guy, right? And then I wasn't, and I was like, okay, whatever happens from here is a bonus. And yeah, I went on there to have a good time. Like I had a game plan in terms of being a villain and trying to be the main character.
Oh, you actually like went in with that?
Yeah, 100%. I think you know, for guys it's very different, and it can be difficult on there to be remembered and also, you know, have a career after it, and that's why I did it. But yeah, thankfully it's all worked out, and like Shakira and I live together. Like that's my woman. I don't see that ever changing. So insane, because she had the same, not exactly the same idea. She didn't want to be the villain, but she's a realist as well. She didn't think she'd find love on there, and yeah, it was a wild ride.
Right, I love that. And look, you mentioned it there. You've obviously like living together now. Yeah, we've seen bits obviously online. She's saying you're quite the house husband. Let's call it that. Yeah, very tidy, keep things clean,
Domesticated.
Yeah,
no,
domesticated.
I like to think
like
so.
that.
I'm tidy, right? So she's not. I was going to say she's clean, but she's not clean. She cleans and I tidy. Like I don't enjoy scrubbing stuff, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
But I love, and I don't know if it's the OCD in me, but I just love tidying all the time and like having things in their right place. And we're still getting furniture, which is criminal. I know it's been 4 months. We haven't all got the wardrobes and everything, but we're getting there. And I can't have things just like lying around. I don't know why.
Yeah,
It's
I'm a
like
bit
that
like
just
that.
needs to be there.
100%.
Yeah, it's the worst.
Because she's, you know, she's so busy. She's obviously doing the debrief at the moment, and she's like rushing around, and it would be like a storm's gone off. Like it will be just a whirlwind of clothes and makeup and everything everywhere, and she'll go out, and then I think, oh, like I'm rubbing my hands together. I'm like, oh, I get to tidy all this up. I don't know why. I don't know what.
Oh, you're in a rush, are you?
You leave that there, but get out the door.
You better go.
Yeah.
Do you know what I can't stand? Do you know those people that eat dinner, yeah? And then they can leave their dishes on the side and continue to watch telly?
Yeah,
like,
I can't
no.
do it.
Yeah, I'm with one of
Especially
them.
like I can't wake up in the morning and there be plates in it. I can't do it.
Yeah, it's a killer.
We've got a dishwasher as well. Like there's no excuse.
Yeah.
Nice.
And are you banging heads on like how you want the apartment to look and things like that, or are you kind of aligned with?
Well, I've tried to, I say take a back seat. Like she's a lot more creative and she sees things better than I do. But I just love green. Like that's my favourite colour. So I'm like, I want everything to be green. We've got a green sofa.
Right,
So
okay,
she's
no,
let me.
that's
So she's let me have that, and like her favourite colour's pink. So it's kind of
Green and
like
pink goes.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
So it's like it's what's that film? Not the Wicked Witch.
Wicked.
That's it. Yeah.
Yeah,
Like
full
pink.
stop, Wicked.
Yeah. Yeah, pink and green. So like our living room's almost like pink and green, and she lets me have like some creative control, but she has the final say.
Okay, love that. Well, look, it felt like Love Island sort of like dipped off a little bit. Then your lot series came along and it blew up again. What do you think made your series so special?
Do you know what it was? It was the fact that everyone was being real to a degree. Not everyone. Some people were trying to get in there and win the 50 grand or whatever. But the emotion was so raw. It was like everyone is actually putting their heart on their sleeve and showing how they really feel. And I think that's why, for me, the summer season is so much better than All Stars. And you can say there's more drama in All Stars, there's this and that, but people have already got a name on All Stars, and you know, some have got a career, so they don't want to damage it. They don't want to say things that, and it can be, it's a reality TV show, like it can be production led. You know, they'll say maybe have this conversation, that conversation. Whereas on All Stars, like my friend Harrison went on, and he's like, people just straight up saying like, no, I'm not having that conversation. But when you're coming on in the summer, you're like, okay, like I'll do that. They're saying it, you know, they've done this before, like I'm gonna do it. And I listen to the producers a lot. Like if they're like, look, you should probably go and give her a bit of Harry Charm, I'm like, yeah, like, let's do it. Like, okay, like it sounds good to me. Meanwhile, I didn't know I was just getting absolutely crucified in the edit. Look, we're here to tell the tale.
It made good TV.
Exactly,
It
we
did
turned
make
it
good
round.
TV. We need to get a big round of applause,
Oh.
actually, because you've just won an amazing award. Can we get a big round of applause? Harry, obviously you've just been voted worst dressed player by your team. Congratulations,
been,
mate.
yeah,
Massive
worst
achievement.
dressed.
Congrats.
Worst dressed.
We saw the bit, that's banter. See, that's why I love football boys and like banter, that's quality.
Do you know what the funniest thing is? People actually thought I wore that jacket to the presentation. So I'm like getting stick online, like, why would you wear that jacket with Jordan? I'm like, I didn't. It was for winning the award. Honestly.
So, look, you get banter about it, and honestly, like, I like that you express yourself. We spoke about this, but when you look back, is there an outfit that you look back and you just go, oh, I got it wrong? Do you know what I mean?
Oh yeah, there's probably a few that I got wrong. The one that sticks out from Love Island was the Grafties night. Everyone was saying it was like an I'm a Celeb outfit. It was like pink trousers, green open shirt, and like some sandals. I don't really know what came over me for that. But there's been a couple of red carpets. When I came out, I was like, I can do this. Like, babe, I can style myself. So she's got like a team stylist, whatever. I'm like, no. Like, I know what I'm doing here.
Yeah.
I think the first one I wore like some blue double-breasted jacket with like cream trousers and like a brooch, like, and a neck scarf. And
Doesn't sound bad.
I thought it wasn't at the time, but now looking back on what I've done like the last couple, and it just looks a lot more put together.
And you know, when you're on the show, I always wonder this: are you being given clothes?
Yeah,
Or-
so it's eBay who sponsor the show, so there'll be like a wardrobe of eBay clothes. But you
makes
take all your clothes in,
Right.
but there's like strobe gate, like anything strobes, everything strobes. If it's like knitted, if it's got any sort of pattern on there, like
Get
can't
ya.
wear that. It's worse for the girls. Like Shakira brought so many clothes with her and she couldn't wear half of them.
No way.
Yeah,
No, but that'd take the pressure off, surely. It's a lot of pressure all the time, though.
it is, yeah. But
Yeah.
some nights, like, I've just. Do you know what I did in the eBay wardrobe? They would come in, like the eBay fairies, we called them. They'd come in, fill this wardrobe up, and all the lads would like run in there and try and get all the best bit. I'd just leave them. Whatever was left, I would wear. Like some of the worst stuff, I would just be like, that is exactly what I'm wearing
I actually
tonight.
respect that, to be fair. All right, let's talk about hype tracks then, for both of you. Obviously, there's always that one tune, like before a big game for you it'd be, or before a big gig for you, where you've got it on your headphones or whatever, you're playing it before you leave the house. What is that one tune that gets you up for a big gig?
This is hard.
Like for me, I'll go.
Go on.
I know I've asked
Yeah,
myself, I'll
everyone,
go.
yeah, everyone wants to know. Go on.
She's so muggy, isn't it?
No, I do.
She's so muggy all the
Everyone
time.
buzz-
No, I want to know. Yeah, I want to know. I
Thank
do
you
want
to
to know. I
know.
wanna know.
Thank you, Harry. I
Yeah,
appreciate
wanna know.
that. Gig Skepta, look out.
Proper hype.
Come on.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Come on,
yeah,
before
yeah.
you walk out of the game, that's 100%
Yeah.
mine.
Our dressing room's a little bit different. and
Okay.
We'll have like Whitney blaring,
Love
like
it.
Whitney Houston on, like all singing along. There's a few that listen to their headphones and that, but yeah, I don't have like a track where I'm like, this is really getting me going, like getting me pumped up. Like I like to go out quite relaxed to play.
But that moment, though, I can imagine, like, gets
Yeah,
all of you
everyone's
up for it.
singing
Do you know
along.
what
Yeah,
I mean? Like,
everyone's
you'd be
singing
buzzing, you
along.
want to be in there.
Yeah.
Do initiations still happen? You know, when you join a new team? Like,
Yeah, we
'cause-
still do it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like where obviously all the new ones that come in have got to stand up and sing a
That's
song.
it, we still do that.
What would you be singing?
Oh, Elvis. I don't know if I was on Tariq's stream 2 nights ago. I sung Elvis, Suspicious Minds. That's what I do. I've done it every initiation. I'm
Does
not
it go
going to do it. I'm not going to
No,
do it.
it's
if
all right,
he's-
we ain't got time,
I
we've
wouldn't
got
want to
fight.
put you through that. But yeah, that's my song every time.
That is jokes.
Quality. Have you got a song that stands out for you, Nakeira?
Do you know what? I do love a karaoke me.
100%.
I've literally done it like 3 birthdays in a row. I think I need to give it a rest now. But I'd probably go for Beyonce, a bit of Beyonce, and probably Cozy. Anything off Renaissance.
Yeah,
That
yeah,
album just slapped. And I am impartial to a bit of Chipmunk. I can still call him
Throwback.
Chipmunk. I still call him
Nice.
Chipmunk.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
'Cause that's
you're
it.
showing your age
Yeah.
there.
Oopsie daisy.
Yeah, what?
Banger.
Oopsie Daisy.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm the grime scene savior.
Yeah.
Rule
Hey,
of flavor,
hey.
chicken eater, T.I. streeter. What? Yeah, that's a bit of me.
Yeah, we know. We know.
So Nakeira, you've obviously interviewed footballers, presenters, you worked in music festivals as well. Who would you say is better to interview though, musicians or footballers?
That's a very hard question. I feel like because I work quite closely with the club, sometimes I can come at a different angle with them because they know that I am representing the club, and so they might open up a bit more. Whereas I have seen other footballers in, like, you know, they get their media training on, and it's like, I know that presenter or journalist is fighting to try and get something out of them. Like, they've just won the game and they'll be like, yeah, I'm buzzing. I'm like, crack a
It's the
smile.
hardest
crack a
interview, innit?
smile.
It's the worst.
PR,
So
yeah.
I don't feel like I have I have a slightly different experience. Musicians there can be a lot of red tape around musicians as well. Sometimes if they don't want to talk about certain things, but I love them both, you know. I like speaking to them about the opposite thing. So like I love speaking to like footballers about music or fashion.
Yeah.
And I also love speaking to musicians about sports or football and stuff like that, because you get to see what their real passions are by like blending the worlds.
away from the game, right?
Yeah.
And music's obviously such a pivotal thing, and I'm so sorry to bring it up again, but in Love Island, yeah, do you not get to listen to music?
You don't get to listen to music.
That's
I'm sorry.
mental.
So how long did you go with? Like, how long were you in
So
there?
I was in there 8 weeks, but you'll get like maybe a 5-minute snippet. So it was Casa Amor the first time we got to listen to music, because they would film in the main villa, and then you'd sort of have downtime, whatever. Then they'd film in the other villa, so they couldn't film simultaneously. And when we weren't filming, some of the producers, like on-floor producers, we were like begging them, like, let's just listen to something, let us listen to anything. So we'd all get like one song. There'd be like 5 of us lads, and we'd all pick one song to play and listen to. And you didn't even sing, you just there, and you just listened to it and took it in. It was,
That is mad. So in Heart Rate Challenge, no music. You got to perform.
You got like a snippet of music. And also for the parties, right? So the first party we had, everyone's buzzing. We're like, yes, American themed party, let's do this, hot dogs everywhere, whatever. You come out to music, like random song, doesn't make any sense of what you're doing. You come out, you're all buzzing, cut, do it again. Cut, do it again, do it, come out 3 or 4 times, and then they come in with like the big cameras, so they're like right next to you, all the slow-mo stuff. They'll play music for like 10 seconds, filming you, and you're just like, you're dancing, but you can't dance to the song they're playing. Like, it's
That's so
undanceable.
rude. Yeah,
Like,
I'm
I
not
haven't
gonna
got
lie.
rhythm. I haven't got rhythm, but like, I could not dance to that
I'm not
song.
gonna lie, sometimes when I'm watching that bit, I'm like, they are not dancing to the song that is
honestly.
playing.
Something's not adding up.
Yeah.
It's horrible. So you do that, and then they're like, right, we got the shots, cut all the music off, and then that's the party over. Like, that is the party. The hot dogs are cold. Like, it's not a party at all. And every time after, when new people come in, they're like, we got a party. We're like, yeah.
No,
we
you
got a
ain't.
party.
No, you ain't.
God,
Proper anticlimax.
Yeah.
Do you know, sorry, just something that came to mind. Do you know who loves their music? Chloe Kelly. Because I was on the women's bus. It was a very eclectic mix of music, I'll be honest, but they started playing some dancehall. Someone on the men's bus requested dancehall, and me and Chloe Kelly had a time. She knows her dancehall, like words, lyrics, like ad-libs, like, yeah. She's a girl that knows her music.
Yeah, you can tell that of her 100%.
Yeah.
Right, now it's time for the finisher, the end of the show. Shannon Cook's still up there with a top score, but I've got a feeling Harry might be able to steal that today. So, Harry, you're with me. Rosie, you're with Nakeira. Right, it's 30 seconds on the clock. Harry, you're up. You ready?
I'm ready.
All right, 3, 2, 1. 2, 3, 4, 5.
Let's
Come on,
go,
Harry.
let's
Keep
go.
it- Love the flow.
sorry,
Love the
right.
hand as well. It's the handle, right? Keep going.
Yeah, nice. Nice.
Wait, what?
He's played before. Look
Someone
at him.
keeping count?
Yeah,
Look at
don't
him,
worry.
yeah.
We've got your 1 foot. Love
Here we
it.
go. Oh, I think he might
I'm
nick
getting
this.
cramp.
Keep going. Got 10 more seconds.
I'm getting
Last
cramp.
10. Last 10. Yep.
Keep going.
Last 5, 4.
Keep
3,
going,
2, 1.
If that's not over.
65.
Yes!
I started screaming.
That's what we're here for.
Top of the
Decent.
top of
on a
the
second,
league.
hold on.
Sorry.
You're right.
Oh my God.
65.
Wrap it up.
Ready? 3, 2, 1. Up you go.
Right,
Go
let's
on,
go.
Nakeira,
You
go
go.
back
Keep
in.
it in. Keep
Alright.
it in.
Oh,
Keep going,
wait,
girl.
what? But it's in a row.
Yeah, don't worry. 30 seconds, girl. Go on.
That's it.
There we go.
Yeah.
Both feet. Come on. Both feet. Let's go.
Okay,
Let's go.
okay.
I'm here. Let's go. Yep. Here
Whack
we
it
go.
on your knees. Put it on your knees, girl. Put it on your knees.
Right,
a
come
little
on.
bit.
Here we go.
Give it one of them on the knees.
On the knees.
Right, last 10
Yeah, go on.
seconds.
That counts.
Last
Yeah,
five.
love it.
Nice.
Keep doing
Last
that.
10. Let's go.
Love it.
Yeah, another
Quality.
How long we got, Rose? 5 seconds. Come on.
5, 4.
Jesus
Go on.
Christ.
Yes.
3, 2,
Yes!
And that's Nakeira with 14 kick-ups. That means Team Mollie takes the win today. And Harry, well done. Massive, massive well
New
done.
top score. How you feeling?
40.
Great.
Hey, absolutely
If
smashed
someone
that.
beats that, I'll be impressed.
Yeah.
I honestly, I will be. I
Well
didn't.
then.
Get in here, get in here.
Lads.
I'll be honest, I think I'm taking the win. We'll see you the same time next week, Friday at 5 p.m. for the next episode of The Warm Up. Woo! Woo!